Tanya Field from Smartpipe, co-founder and CPO.
Yep.
Tanya, could you tell us how Smartpipe works? What does it do? What do you bring to the advertising ecosystem?
So Smartpipe was born out of the fact that we live in a world of data. Everything's powered by data. And Smartpipe is all about working with the telcos, such as Turkcell, Vodafone, and O2, people like that, to basically enable them to deliver their data into the advertising ecosystem safely and securely.
Okay.
It's really important because telco data is deterministic.
Yeah.
So basically you are who you say you are. And obviously as they're network based, they have a wealth of information that they can deliver into the advertising ecosystem. But the real benefit of Smartpipe is that Smartpipe sits inside the network so that behind the firewall it's able to insert a different identifier but does a similar job to the identifiers in the market, and that identifier is non-persistent. So for each interaction that the customer has, the data intelligence can be delivered to the market without the data ever leaving the firewall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a concept called a token or a snowflake. I've also heard it being called.
Yep.
And it's called a snowflake, I believe, because it disappears within a few seconds.
Yes.
Or a fraction of a second. We're talking about something that happens in the bid request,
Yep.
I imagine. Tell us more about that and how that establishes the privacy aspect and how it fits in with all these regulations that every country is dealing with right now.
Yeah, so the beauty of it is that Smartpipe was basically developed because we knew that GDPR and all of the privacy regulations were coming to the forefront. And it's a disappearing token because by virtue of that, it's not PII. So it's
Okay.
not private information. For each and every ad request that is made through an SSP against a piece of content,
Okay.
there is a different identifier that is put in place by the network. That's then exchanged in real time as a token for an audience segment. It then disappears the minute that exchange has happened.
Okay.
So it's real time, it's not persistent, it's therefore not PII, and it means that the data owner absolutely remains in control of their data.
Okay. So let's talk about an example, a scenario perhaps. If I was the mobile operator myself, I
Yep.
could also use this to target my own segments, maybe
Yep.
for cross-selling or upselling or conquesting even.
Completely.
So you would be able to create some very interesting segments, and these would be absolutely deterministic segments against an actual person.
Yes.
And so in effect, you're also verifying that it's an actual person. You're fraud-free.
Completely.
Yeah?
Completely. So the benefit of having the token generated by the network is that it looks up to verify that somebody's attached to it,
Okay.
which means that it's a fraud-free solution.
Yeah. And other advertisers would be very interested in this data because even like a simple segment such as men and women is something tough to establish in a cookie-based world. But you have absolutely no business with the cookies.
No, we don't touch the cookies at all.
Yeah.
And obviously we're sitting on, I know we've said it before, but deterministic data.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, I might be a male, we can say, this is a male, it's of this age group, and these are the sorts of things that they do. And we know that from what the information that we hold from the network side, and also some of the activities that they do across the network.
All right, so let's talk about your penetration into different markets. You're based in the UK, so tell us about your activity in the UK. You also mentioned Turkcell, so you have an integration that's complete with them, from what I understand. Tell us about your rollout plans in general.
Okay, so at the moment we are active with Turkcell, and in fact we're just completing an integration with Platform 161. We're a really key partner of ours in the market and in the global rollout itself. We are in finalisation of testing with Etisalat in UAE, and then that will take us out across a broader footprint of the Middle Eastern markets. And then in parallel to that, we're working on telcos in the European environment, most specifically at the moment in the UK, but over the next 12 months, we should be basically delivering into telcos across Germany, France and Spain as well. Really key for us that we are prioritizing rollout in markets where privacy and privacy management is of the utmost importance.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's clear that retaining control of your data is the best way to ensure privacy for the customers.
Yeah. Well, sounds great. If there's anything else you'd like to add, now's the time. Otherwise, I'm going to wish you the best. And we're looking forward to targeting these very key deterministic segments.
Yeah. And so are we. We're looking forward to working with the market to deliver a truly privacy-safe solution.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Simon.
a lot.